Hello, amazing people. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sophia, aka NnukwuAda. I'm a content creator based in Canada, and on my channel, I talk about the tips and tricks on how to relocate to Canada through the various pathways that are available for you. Yes. So on today's video, I will be talking about the progress of Nova Scotia. So they just launched a brand new program. This is something you'll be interested in getting more information about. I would encourage you to stick to the end of this video so you can get the information. Well, before I proceed, I would like to welcome all the new subscribers that joined our amazing family of subscribers over the weekend and during the past few days now. I see that our community is gradually growing, and I am so grateful, and I thank you guys for being here. And I promise to always give you Ubunge news every time. All I will request for you to do is to turn on post notification just so you get notified anytime I post a video. So without wasting much of your time, I would like to dive right into today's video. So the province of Nova Scotia just launched a brand new program. It's a pilot program, meaning that this pilot program is called the Nova Scotia Critical Construction Worker Pilot Program. That program, so it was just like the other video that I made about the RNIP, which is the last video I posted. If you haven't watched it, I would encourage you to go back and watch it. The RNIP was formerly a tester program, but now it's a permanent program. So if you hear the word the pilot program, it means it's tester. But then let me just give you a brief summary or a brief rundown of where Nova Scotia is. Nova Scotia is located at the eastern part of Canada, and it's one of the Atlantic provinces. That is where you find Nova Scotia. There's a huge demand for construction workers currently in Canada in general, but on today I'll be focusing on the province of Nova Scotia. So if you're going through this particular pilot program I'm talking about, there are notable things that you should take note of, such as there is no need for an express entry profile, which is a good thing. There is no need for a CRS score. A CRS score is called a comprehensive ranking system. There is no need for provincial nomination. There is no need for ECA, that's the Educational Credential Assessment. That's the assessment that you do with some professional bodies like WES and the rest. And there is no need for a higher secondary school education degree. Also, the last but not the least is that there is no need for age limit. All you need is a 1 year working experience in construction or related. You need a CLB band 4 in English or French. So if you're going to take the IELTS, the CELPIP, or whatever exams you're taking that is recommended by the Canadian government, you need to get a minimum of band 4. I mean, that's very low, and it's also good because other places will require you to get 8, 9, 7 and all that. So it's actually easy. So we have two types of P&P that falls under this pilot program. We have the enhanced P&P, that's the enhanced provincial nomination program, and we also have the base P&P. So I will start with the enhanced P&P. The enhanced P&P requires an express entry profile where you can get 600 points, and it is the most common type of P&P. Then we have the base P&P, which does not require the express entry profile, which is what this particular pilot program I'm talking about falls under. It falls under the base P&P. Enhanced, which needs the express entry profile, and then we have the base, which doesn't require it. So that's why this particular pilot program is falling under the base P&P. So the eligibility for employers and the person who wants to work for the candidate. So these are the things that you require if you want to work under this program. You need a job offer, which is a full-time position from an employer who lives in Nova Scotia, and must not be a non-seasonal job, seasonal kind of job. Like some companies require like sales rep doing sales rep or marketers during Christmas or festive period just because they want them to get more customers to the store. That's what we call a seasonal kind of job. The job offer has to be a construction job offer. Yes, because why? This pilot program is for construction workers only. So it's both for people outside and inside Canada. So good news. For you to apply, you would need a NUC code, which is also known as a tier code. NUC code here in Canada is used for job classifications by the government. So the government usually uses this NUC code to classify where your job falls under. That is what a NUC code is. There are two types of NUC codes. There is one for skilled workers and there is one for unskilled workers. And then we have the NUC code 0, 1, 2, or 3. These ones are for skilled workers, while for unskilled workers it is 4 or 5. That's the difference. What are the educational requirements now? I'm moving on into the educational requirements of this particular pathway. You must have a high school diploma or any document that shows you have a certificate in construction background or field. Second, the language requirement. The score depends on your skill. For a skilled worker, you need a CLB band 7. So your NUC code is 0, 1, 2, or 3. And then for an unskilled worker, you will need a CLB band 4. And then your NUC code will be 4 or 5. So please watch the video very attentively so you can get the whole juice and the whole information you need so that you don't get confused. That's why I'm taking my time to spell everything out. You also need proof of funds, and it depends on your family size. Just like the Saskatchewan pathway I talked about the last 2 videos I made, that one you don't necessarily need proof of funds, but this particular pathway you need proof of funds, and it depends on your family size. So this will help you make like proper calculations of how much you need in total. So not every employer can employ you. They must meet the following requirements in Nova Scotia. So it's not every company there that can give you the job offer and will make you valid for this pathway, because they have some requirements that they will need to meet, and I'm going to read out the requirements for you. So one of the requirements is that they must have operated for 2 years in Canada. That's one of the requirements. The second requirement is that they must be registered with the Registry of Joint Stock Company of Nova Scotia. And then the third one is they must not be a defaulter in tax. They must file their tax when due. That every year they must have to file their tax. Then, how to find out if your employer meets all the above mentioned requirements. So you also can be able to find out if the said employer meets the required limit. One of the ways you can do is you can search for joint stock companies of Nova Scotia on Google, and then click on the search for business or non-profit information. And then when you click on that, you click on start now and type the name of the employer or the company. These are the steps on how you find out if your employer meets the above requirements I just talked about now. You can go on Google, click search for business or non-profit information, click start now and type the name of the company or the employer. If the company's name pops up, great. But if it doesn't pop up, forget about it. Then if the name pops up, you can now apply, fill the form and submit. If you get rejected or accepted, you will get an email telling you why you were rejected or asking you for more documents, and this will have to take like 10 business days for you to provide the necessary documents that they will require from you. If you get nominated, you will get a certificate of nomination which gives you 600 points. And it is valid for 6 months, so you have to get a PR or ITA before 6 months. So once you have applied for the PR, you can request for a letter of support from the Nova Scotia government so as to get a temporary work permit. You can also use it to reapply for a visa if you are already in the province of Nova Scotia. This can help you to reapply for a visa if your visa is expiring and you're already there. So this is like the summary or rundown of everything you need to know about the pathway of Nova Scotia province. And please, if you've watched to the end of this video, I'm sure you would have liked, subscribed, and drop a comment. Why I always encourage you guys to like, it's because it makes this video to be recommended to other people that might need it. So don't just hoard the information to yourself. Like, please, so that other people can get this information. Don't keep it to yourself. Realize by listening others, right? So if you've watched to the end of this video, thank you so much. This is all we'll be taking on today's video. Until next time, I'll come back to give you an ubonge news and more information. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, goodbye.